Hey folks, Technivorous here. I have upped my caffeine intake. And today we are going to be adjusting some UI things and making sure that our account doesn't get deleted when we change scenes, because we need to have a registration and login screen and something that will recall our saved account data and bring it up when we load the game. So the first thing that we want to do today is make our account data not get destroyed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a C# script called don't destroy. We're going to open it up and I'm going to paste one line in there, and then I'm going to attach it to my account. And this is going to be super simple. I'll show you how this works in just a second here, and then I will show you why we're doing this. So let's pull over this guy, maybe. Oh, it takes forever. Well, while I'm waiting, let's let's have some more caffeine, I guess. These people, not a sponsor, but they should be. I drink a lot of NOS. Yeah, Coca-Cola, if you're watching, look it up. Alright, so, any freaking day now this should work. I apologize for the delays. There we go. Now let's bring this to where you can see it, and here we have our account.eth. Still hasn't opened the new one yet. There we go. Alright, so all we want to do is call one method, don't destroy on load this.gameObject. That's going to designate whatever object this script is attached to survive or persist into the next scene. So let's take this, throw it on account. We are going to file, save as, register scene, save. Okay, so we're now in register scene. Let's go to our build settings and let's add that scene. Register scene, that's going to be our first scene. Close that, file, reopen the sample scene, build settings, add that scene as our second scene, which is actually scene 1 here. We're going to want to use that here in a minute, so keep that in mind. And file. As you can see, there is no object in this scene called account, okay? This is going to be one of our main game scenes. So we're going to go back to register scene. There it is, our account comes back. Okay, this will be the first scene that we play when we play our game. Now we need something to do. So let's do UI button. We'll make this simple for now. We're going to be changing all of this shortly. Text. Create account. Okay, so right now we have a button. The button does nothing. We need one more script. And this will be our let's call this register scene. And again, it's going to pop open Visual Studio. It's going to open our register scene. Someday. And as of right now, this scene doesn't, this script doesn't do anything. It doesn't have anything in it. So we're going to go in. We're going to actually, don't need update. We'll keep start. We might bring update back later. We're not doing anything in on start right now. what we want to do is create a public void and we need one more using statement up here, using Unity Engine dot scene management and scene manager dot load scene 1, because we're in scene 0. We're going to load the next scene, and remember that scene did not have an account on it. You'll actually see this pop up when I do this. Saving. And right now the button is still not attached to any methods. There's nothing here that happens when I click it. So let's go to plus. Need to attach this to something. We don't want it to persist, so we'll attach to something that gets destroyed. Register scene. Okay, so now that exists. Alright, so we attached it to our camera, so we're going to grab in our scene main camera and register scene next scene. Okay, you can attach that to any object. Normally you would create an empty object attached to that, but I already have this here, so I didn't need to do that. So in this scene we have a main camera, a directional light, our account, which is we're trying to make persist, and then our canvas and event system, which is basically this button, which you can see here, and that's going to disappear when we go into the next scene, but our account should not. So let's hit play. Remember, it's already calling that method to create a wallet and all that in the background. We don't need to worry about that. It's not going to do it a second time when we reload the second scene because it's keeping the same object from the first scene. So I just want to show you this persistence. This is something that's very, very important when working with a particular key. And we'll go back to showing you how to load the data so you get the same wallet information for the same user every time. But for now, you can see I have this new section here called Don't Destroy on Load. And underneath it is the account, okay? If I go to my console, you can see that it did already do its work. That doesn't matter. That just means basically we're going to set this up so I can create an account and then it will do that work. Then we're going to store that wallet as a variable and make sure that it's encrypted so nobody can send or receive from it unless it's us. If I click on account, you can see it does have my information, and that will persist to the next scene as well. So let's go ahead and click create account. Okay, it did keep the don't destroy on load and the account. It's telling me that a reference script on the game object main camera is missing. That is just the script for the previous scene. So this it's pointing it out, but it's not really an error. It's not stopping our program from running, so it's not really an issue. But like I said, you can see here that we are now in the sample scene, and our don't destroy on load stuff has held up. Now it's saying that the reference script is missing from the main camera because we put that on this object, and when it created a new scene, this object does not have one. So let's undo that. We go back to register scene. Let's create an empty and let's remove this, and we'll put it on here instead. Then we need to make sure that our button's still hooked up to it. So register button, missing object, no, scene. Okay. Okay, this should work the same, but we shouldn't get this error because there isn't one of those to be missing the reference. So let's make sure everything is working properly. Hit the play button, and after this, we'll go into one more video of setting up the exact buttons and things that we need, and then the next video after that we'll get to that ether transfer that I promised you guys. I know you're excited about that. I know that's the main reason you're watching these videos, but we do need to make sure that we set things up properly in order for them to work properly. So you can see I have in register scene all of this stuff here. Don't destroy on load is working. We'll hit create. And I still seem to be getting game object main camera missing this. So that must not have anything to do with my script. That must just have to do with the scene change. That is not a big deal. Like I said, it's just an error it's throwing that's not really bothering us at all. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you don't miss that Ethereum video when we finally show you how to send from account to account. And while we're talking about sending from account to account, down below you will find my Ethereum address on can't even think of it right now. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's my wallet. You can send money to it if you want. Send me a guai, whatever. Doesn't matter. You don't have to, but it's there. I also have a Bitcoin address down below if you prefer to send Satoshi or Bitcoin, and I appreciate any donations you make. They'll go right back into making these videos and making this game that we're about to produce and making it available for people to play. So if you'd like to see more, leave me a comment down below. If you have any questions, you can leave those there too, and we will see you in the next one.